piercing. It's basically just a short sword.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Scimitar slashing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's still good. I mean, because I'm pretty sure my short sword gone and rope gone.
Yeah. You're gonna need to think of a new move when you inevitably fall again somehow. Alright.
Not as easy to tie a rope around this one.
You guys want to try and track the beasts and go down the mountain as she comes, right?
Yes.
So
As Tobias,
yes.
because the rock is a monstrosity, would he have advantage on tracking it?
Is that how favored enemy works?
I believe so, but I also know it's a burb.
It's a monstrosity.
Yes,
It's a bird that's so big it probably knocked down trees by flapping.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's not
All
the
right.
fact that
might lose
tracking
feathers.
is not always footsteps.
Yes.
It is tracking.
Yes.
So you do have advantage to track a monstrosity right now because it is
Okay.
a monstrosity.
Great. I'm gonna
need it.
survival roll then. Yeah.
Yes.
The dichotomy.
Okay.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful.
You guys set out from the top of the mountain, from the city, with the blessings of 2 gods, and a bunch of potions jangling in Tobias's bag. Tobias starts to lead as you start trekking down the east side of the mountain, knowing that sort of way they're going. And luckily, Tobias has already traveled this path. You get down a good deal. He's leading you the way, and like you described, it was traveling very close to the mountain. It was being controlled by the giants. There is evidence of rock slides caused by it just being so close with a beat of its wings, with trees being knocked over, and occasionally feathers falling. And these feathers are very big.
You can't take one, Burick.
They're too. I imagine they'd actually be too big. Like
You'd be like a samurai with a flag on your back.
that'd actually be pretty cool.
Honestly, if we had a companion who was larger.
So, actually tracking the rock is relatively easy for Tobias. You go down to where the siege engine is, where you see the giant that Tobias killed. The siege engine, like the tracks it left in the mud, but it's way down the mountain. And kind of flying, tracking through that area. Tobias can actually tell you, after a little bit more exploration in this sort of area, that they abandoned the rock. They didn't keep it. They found it. The rock continues off in this direction, but the giants went this way, and starts to lead you through a mountain pass where it's very narrow, almost deliberately narrow, and all of a sudden, a rock explodes on the ground in front of Tobias where you lead, clearly thrown from quite far away. Can you all give me perception checks?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I rolled that with advantage for Tobias because.
How dare you!
Let me fix that for you for a second. It's worse. And then.
Oh! You don't even have your mask
I was
on.
surprised. Yeah, I know.
How good that would have been if you could see. So, Virik and Aelinor, you can see that there doesn't seem to be any entrance in the stone. It's not like you're going towards a cave, but you can see a tall, lanky, grey-skinned giantess standing in one area of the on the side of the edge of the mountain pass. You didn't notice her at first. What you noticed was a neat pile of stones beside her, and by stones I mean boulders far bigger than any one of your bodies. But then you notice her, and when she's standing perfectly still, she's nearly invisible in the stone because every part of her body is stone, similar to the Borovar, like Hurl Giant, completely bald but with tattoos that kind of resemble hair. wearing very simple garb, very simple sort of hide, and a big like stone club beside her. Very clearly a sentinel guarding the entrance to this place, which Barut, you can actually kind of tell just from the way the light catches an area of rock. It's just a freaking illusion in the rock face before you. A good deal before, like, you got to get to the freaking giant, but a good deal before you is the illusionary rock face to enter the mountain.
With that in mind, Burwick will turn to the others and just say, the entrance is hidden, it's an illusion. And he won't point to it or anything, but he'll just say, look at the wall, light shimmers differently.
Yeah, and something Barut would know is that stone giants miss. They fire a warning shot.
Yeah.
Barut
actually picks up a small stone, just the size of his hand, and just tosses one back as far as he can to her, clearly not going anywhere near as far as her, but just essentially like a wave to her with that. And then Giant is going to shout, "Hello there!"
She does not respond. You, with your great vision, you can see like her eyes dart, like not expecting you to reply in giant. Like her eyes just like,
yeah,
but like Aelnor can't see her. You know, it's like Aelnor's just like, what are you yelling at? Like, believe it, there's a giant there,
isn't it?
We're both looking directly at her, and Aelnor's like,
I thought you said I saw the giant.
No, those two did.
Okay.
Your perception is too low. You know they've told you, but
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you also now know I'm speaking in giant.
Exactly, you're speaking giant, and then you hear the giant yell from her, and she moves in such a way that you do see her. It's just like when she's still, she's nearly invisible there. She's like,
gotcha.
What are you doing here?
Oh, just out for a stroll.
Stroll other way. Stroll
Why?
anywhere else. I don't need to explain myself to little inklings like you.
I'm just curious. You seem to be very protective of this place, which is reasonable. It's a lovely area.
I sit out here. I do my duty.
A duty then. Fair enough. Well, we are doing our duty as well by strolling and enjoying the nature around us.
Can I give you a persuasion roll just to get away with that line in general?
my God.
I don't want to fucking throw a rock at you just for that.
Oh, it was so close to being okay.
You see her pick up one of the rocks and just hold it over her head quite effortlessly. You know, it crumbles down, rock dust and stones and things, and she just booms out a word very familiar in giant. Leave! Kind of like shakes the stone a little bit.
In giant back, Burwick's just going to say, well, that's not very nice. We're trying to be guests here, and you're not being
No guests! No guests!
The giants I knew were always so hospitable.
She straight up throws a rock at you.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Your AC is 19.
It is.
It hits.
Yep. Surprise, surprise.
It hit literally 19, to be fair.
Yeah.
If you had Shield of Faith on you, which would be just rude, it would have missed.
That's a shame.
Can you give me a strength save, Mr. Brute?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's
down.
It is exactly 40 bludgeoning damage, and you are like I imagine that this is almost like a bowling throw, and it launches you back a good few feet as you're like tumble, and it like is on top of you, and probably Aelnor is like shoves in the boulder off. You take 40 damage, and again just leave.
Burwick is gonna stand back up slowly and kind of.
I'm gonna charge.
All right. 1 moment, please.
I was gonna say, like, Burwick would try and stop you. If you're pushing the boulder off him, he would, like, grab at your leg to stop you.
Nah,
I just leave you under the boulder.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
no.
She going.
Yeah.
I know.
Give me a second to set this up. No, don't. You
Couldn't
are
have at least
on
laid
bound,
on
Matt.
hands me
You're
first,
going to
huh?
be rolling initiative. Just give me a sec.
Couldn't have at least healed me first. Had to just charge.
You can heal yourself.
She
Not
ain't
that kind of
wrong.
I had to save my healing for Bjork.
I have idea. Not good idea, but idea.
You always do.
If it is to seduce the stone giant, don't.
I recommend that. I think that could work.
Oh,
No,
my brood,
no.
I just saw your HP.
Everything's
Ooh,
fine.
hee hee.
Totally fine.
I definitely don't just have like 44 total health or anything.
We have the same health.
Oh god, she's gonna one-shot me.
I rolled really bad at my health, like the last
It's almost like she's a giant and very strong and throwing literal boulders.
Yeah.
She's got a whole pile of throwing boulders right there. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just about to do a whoopsie. One sec. Everything's gonna get a little weird.
A whoopsie.
Yeah, I forgot to go to the battle map before the battle started. I'm a little rusty. Can you roll initiative, please?
Why are you so far away?
Yeah, she threw it at you was when you entered the pass.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole point is it's a bottleneck.
She's also on rocks that are...
Makes sense.
a giant would be standing up there, so they'd be 30 feet high up. That difference
That's
in terrain.
So
It's almost-
the second one is Tobias, the first one is me. If it didn't.
It did it
Well,
automatically.
God damn
That's
it, I
good.
would get a really low initiative. My plan won't work.
What plan?
Well, I mean, you have a couple of rounds of
the
talk.
stone giant, Ollie. We've been over that.
No. I had a plan that
Rude has a
involved
few rounds to talk to her,
and
at the very least, before I can get to her. So,
Okay, Eleanor. You start charging, it's your turn. Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
That's
Smart.
way too dramatic.
Way too dramatic.
No, I started I pressed a battle music and it was too much. It's too
I
much.
thought you meant the Shield of Faith, and I'm like, I don't know about that. We
Like,
are
I
fighting
don't
a
know. It
giant.
feels pretty standard, actually. Are you saying? Like, are you saying this combat's gonna be so easy I shouldn't bother wasting?
Tobias. Well, you do have her greatly outnumbered.
Okay, one moment.
And she's a woman. How dangerous can she be?
So Tobias is going to.
The most
run.
dangerous one in our party is...
That's true.
Good, and then he's gonna have his longbow out, and he's gonna do a little shoot. She hasn't acted yet, so he's gonna shoot.
Technically.
Ooh. He's gonna put Hunter's Mark on her.
What range is he?
Ooh, good question.
What's the range on the bow?
Oh no, it's out of range. It's nice.
Or is disadvantage? Oh, but for Hunter's Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
for Hunter's
remember,
Mark.
she's 30 feet up as well, so she is.
Oh yeah, she is.
30 feet.
Yeah. Okay, so just regular shots with the longbow then.
Yep.
Because he would have advantage normally.
Poot that bow. It's a hit.
Damn.
For 6 piercing damage.
Yep.
Dos.
That's also a hit. She's not wearing armor. Yeah,
For
those are
9.
actually quite big hits. Like, she's like picking up another rock, like clearly at this point, just prepared to fight and defend. These arrows like plunk into the arm of her, and she just kind of like growls out at that, and will throw. She'll just throw a boulder at Tobias.
Yeah, his
It's the
18
natural thing to do.
It's his AC.
Oh, he. She very much hits.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. That is 38 bludgeoning damage to Tobias. And can he give me a strength check, please?
Check or save?
Save. You know what I mean.
It's just
He does not He does get knocked prone by the boulder. Just like looking at this scene, the giant sees Aelinor running up close, but decides to just hurl this boulder, and it just crashes down with so much force that the boulder explodes into shards of rock right on Tobias. Like it slams into the side of him. Next up is Virik.
Okay, so I am going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, before I move, I'm going to send out a minor illusion of Virik running straight for the wall, like the shimmer in the wall. Just running straight at it.
I mean, let's use the rules for any other illusion, and it moves 30 feet per turn, so it's going to take a long time.
I know, but the idea... it has to stay within 30 feet of me anyway, so that's fine. I can't move too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I imagine it would be, let me do thing.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It'd be right here. Yeah. And it's just, I just want something to try and draw.
Yeah, he's trying to do mirror image or silent image. Unfortunately, it's really extremely unlikely to work because it's not a strong illusion. If it doesn't have rules for it, it's probably not going to even work against a monster that's not a common guard.
I can't do anything else anyway. So
no, I know. I like it for flavor, but rules-wise, it's not really going to do anything at all. Brute, on its own.
Yeah. Burrowit is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. At 3rd level.
It's almost like you got hit by a really big rock.
Almost. That's garbage damage, or garbage healing, but whatever.
Yeah, it is garbage damage, so bad that you healed you.
Yeah, it did the opposite of what I wanted, really.
Brute was just like, well, fuck it. Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds on self.
I'm out.
Yeah, no, and, no, he's gonna...
Bad boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh no, he was prone. I can't do that. I can... You know what? With that in mind, 3. I'm actually going to get up and go behind these rocks.
Yes. We're getting closer and closer.
I'm getting there. That's a theme of this session. A lot of me moving around.
If you didn't miss the session before, due to being sick,
I know.
You would.
So
Is that your full turn?
Yes, my full turn.
Cool. Tobias. Yeah, you don't get to relax right now, Will. You're pulling double duty.
No, I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do.
I thought you were reclining.
No, sorry. When I'm doing this, I'm looking at the character sheets.
Oh yeah, you would be, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay, so Tobias is gonna stand up and then move 3 forward, and then shoot again with his longbow. I think.
Just freaking taking a boulder throw to the chin.
Yeah, basically. Except, you know what? I'm gonna be smart, and I'm gonna have him go into a rage. No, because it's only... Well, does that... I mean, it just won't matter for my attacks with my bow.
No, he has to... I wouldn't cast it now because he has to take damage or deal damage.
Well, if he hits with a bow, it's still damage.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
that's why
it doesn't stop you. You just can't do spells.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rage so that if he takes another one on the chin, it won't kill him, and then shoot with the longbow at disadvantage. I'm guessing because of the
range.
Height.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you moved closer,
hold on, one moment. It's meant to be.
It would have had a disadvantage.
Yeah. It's slightly less bad,
but it's less bad.
17.
That's a hit. Yeah.
There you go. For 6 piercing damage.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's a thing.
The giantess looks conflicted, almost stressed out. You know, at these creatures rushing up to her, and the arrows plinking into her arms that are actually drawing a little bit of blood. And seeing Aelinor get closer and closer and closer, but knowing she has to climb up the rocks, she's actually gonna pluck up a rock and then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and throw another boulder at Tobias.
for
'Cause-
Tobias.
He's the threat right now.
Yeah.
And what's his what's his AC?
18.
He dodges. He dodges the boulder.
He angry. He dodge.
And it's Virik's turn.
Okay. Okay. So. And she's 30 foot up, right?
So 80 feet.
So I need to get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to drop the illusion to Fairy Fire because she's close enough. I can do it.
Fairy fire, sparkly and green.
13 is the DC.
Well, she gets a 15, so she dodges.
Fuck.
Kind of like actually throws like one of the boulders in front, and that's catches the spell. It doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna move sort of up to is. So where is
that
the bit
different?
that's
The
elevated?
different terrain is 30 feet up.
Okay,
It's
then I'm
almost
gonna
like I
move
made
right up
it
to the
as
edge.
obvious as possible.
Cool. I'm moving right up to the edge, ready to climb up, but also hiding against the edge.
Yeah, can't throw a boulder that way. She could
Yeah.
dunk one.
No. Look, you gotta. What you do is you hold it because she's bowling them, right? So you hold it below, and then you do the backspin.
She's gonna slam dunk. If she's gonna do anything, she's gonna slam dunk.
All right, that's reasonable. I just like the idea of her doing the granny bowl and then the backspin with it. Just a
Baruch,
good image.
Please stop thinking of different ways she can kill me in one hit.
Oh, sorry. Right. Yes.
you are the least of this lady's problems. There's 2 other creatures she wants to kill much more than you two.
Yeah. I'm gonna be casting Guiding Bolt at first level. And I'm gonna miss.
Tobias says, "It's a big hot target, huh, Baruch?" When that bolt whistles past.
You know I can't hit with these things to save my life since we went to that place where they bent.
Just threw everything out of alignment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
well,
just as a bonus action, I am gonna healing word. Actually, I'm gonna hold on. I need to check distance.
How crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Craziness.
I'm going to. Why is the range not there? Oh, 60 feet. Okay. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. And Virik is not going to be in that. Barely.
I mean, did you move?
I'm going to move.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word on Tobias. Well, Virik doesn't fucking need it anyway. Why would I move?
don't need to move.
Whatever. Anyways, it's on Tobias and me for 8.
Hey.
Which I will deal with because it's just me dealing with
Yeah,
that.
I know.
anyway.
Eleanor, your turn. Brute finally finished his.
Sorry.
And go over here. And then I'm gonna climb 30 feet.
Can you give me an
And I'm gonna
athletics check?
end my turn.
You don't have a climbing speed of 30. You wish. The 21 is
Are
more
you,
than
are you
5.
sure?
Are you sure?
The DM says no means you're gonna make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
Those are the rules.
You can absolutely climb 30 feet up. Let's put you there.
Excellent.
Tobias.
Tobias
Dodging a boulder.
is gonna keep running. And this time, he will not be at disadvantage with his longbow. I believe. I'm gonna just quickly double check.
You shouldn't be.
That's fine.
Not everyone can be in the same camera. Unfortunately, he misses because someone who's bad at hitting is rolling the dice. But then he hit.
See, you shouldn't have said anything until after that.
I know, I forgot that you had 2 attacks! It's almost like I keep forgetting you're high level.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
9 piercing damage.
At this point, the giant test turns to deal with Aenor plucking up the big stone club, and the arrows just sink more into her side when they do hit. Some of them snap off, as one would expect. And then she's going to attack Eleanor. Eleanor, what's your AC?
19.
Alright, first attack is a miss. Just as you're trying to climb up, she just slams the rocks right next to you. And the second attack also misses. Using the terrain to your advantage. Virik, If you want to climb up, it's going to be an athletics
Yes.
or acrobatics check.
Okay.
That is more than enough.
Okay. So that's flanking.
Uh-huh.
So I am going to use the new short spear.
That's a hit. Right in the back
Okay.
of the ankles.
And the reason why I'm doing it one at a time is because I'm also doing
A stunning
Stunning strike.
strike.
now with
Constitution
new AC,
save.
you check with 13.
It's
Put
no
the mask
longer
back. You did put the
10.
mask back on. Unfortunately,
Yes,
she gets a Constitution save of 23, so she does not get stunned this turn.
Okay, I can.
Yet.
Yet I still have got 3 more attacks.
Yet. That's it.
And then
That's
I'm gonna
good
do it again.
That is good damage.
And she saves again.
Big surprise. The giant.
It's a giant. It's really
Yeah.
set like a very like, oh, I got a new thing that'll make my stunning strike better, and then you're fighting giants, the most constitution-based
I know,
creatures in the
it's-
world.
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, you know what? I am gonna actually stay here because I need to give Aelinor advantage.
It's a worthy sacrifice you're making, Mary.
yeah. It's just, can I last more than 1 turn? Is the question.
Baruch.
Gonna move up and gonna try and guiding bolt again at first level.
That's a
13
miss.
is Not good. Yeah,
No.
that's okay. Yeah, no,
Eleanor.
good.
Now Varuk is flanking, like stabbing into the back of the giantess's legs. She kind of is looking down, kind of, you know, like someone fighting a bunch of bugs, really.
Mm-hmm.
That is a miss. What about the sword hits? It just clangs off the
Get
stuff,
it again.
the tough skin. That's a hit.
I mean,
And double
you kinda
power
have to.
crit.
Naturally, I
You
have to
have
fight,
to
right?
smite
It's
as
the
much as you
rules.
can when you have a crit.
Right.
It's
It's true.
just, it's the way of the world.
Holy
You manage
fuck.
to, like, the first strike against her bounces off her skin. The second time, you make sure that's not gonna happen. The blade lodges in, then there's just the glow of holy magic and the bluster of wind that nearly knocks the giantess off the perch she's on, because she's actually on a very unstable part of rock. You actually, it's just a splatter of blood. She's not downed, but she's definitely bloodied.
I like how we're just like chip, 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 nuke.
Yeah, it's like a MOBA character. Like, on your third hit, Tobias,
Explodes. Yeah, Tobias is gonna move up
fucking
again.
Atrox.
Ooh, that was one. too many.
Aelinor is freaking top laner type character. Never leaves top lane, but when she does, she destroys.
Bias is the ADC.
I guess I'll roam down.
I'm the jungler.
Assholes need my help.
That's a hit. Whereas Barut is the begrudging melee support
Yes, he is.
who can't hit any of his freaking aimed abilities.
That's a miss, right?
That is a miss.
Yeah. All right. That's okay.
Varric is the jungler. If you're thinking about it, in this
Yeah,
analogy.
definitely.
Yep.
Oh man. You just need to
That
give
makes
me
the bias
millions
80K.
of dollars and this game can happen.
Yep. Get on it, chat.
Millions.
My God, a game with like all the player characters that have ever been as choices.
Hey, I mean, it might not be a MOBA, but hopefully that game happens one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a mid laner. That's why the bad guys keep taking objectives from us.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, our mid laner rage quit. That's what happened. Our mid laner rage quit right at the start of the game.
We're trying our best.
So she's going to make one attack against Aelinor, which hits. And I need more dice. I have no d8s here. Where'd I put my dice bag? There's the candy jar. There's the dice.
You found that again.
It's the same, like, colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I see it in the corner of my eye. And I recommend, in the topic of mental health, having a candy jar, just in general. It's a good experience in my life in the last few weeks.
I should do that.
I have a stash in my purse.
Yeah, that's a good place for a stash.
Yeah.
So, Aelinor, you're going to get hit for 24 damage, bludgeoning. Just slams the rock into your rock club into your side. And then kind of, with the back swing, she swings low to hit Virik, which hits.
Oh! Yep. Even with my new 15 AC, can't.
Oh, yes. 15 AC, still not much when you're melee with a giant. But 15 damage, which, you know, some kind of providence.
It's not too bad.
And then it's your turn.
So, firstly, ow.
Oh, really?
Secondly, this is me coming out of it and just punching because I'm angry.
Yeah, like, you roll with the hit and slam. It's good
And I am
damage,
doing a stunning strike again.
It's like when you stub your toe and you just punch the wall beside you.
They actually fail this time.
Yes! Cool.
Like,
Okay.
completely bloody, she just falls, like, it's not
I
really
have
one
an
down on one knee, but, like, crouching.
She's next to the edge, right? And
Yes.
she's now stunned.
Yes.
Can I try and jump kick her over?
Yeah, that'd be a shove check, which is athletics.
Okay.
Versus her athletics, but she's stunned, so does that mean she automatically fails these? Ooh, where's my DM shield?
Oh, that's not bad! I nearly got a nat 20 on that. That was close.
It was.
I just want to make her prones and down the bottom where Tobias can go to town as well. This is my plan.
I thought there was an area in one of the back of the books. But whatever, she fails. She falls prone.
Yes. Cool. And then
You
I'm
send
gonna
her tumbling off the side. She's too large for that to be any kind of considerable fall damage, but she
Yeah,
does
that's-
fall prone.
perfect. And then I'm gonna jump down here and punch one more time because I can punch if I have punched.
I mean, if you want to drop 30 feet, you need to give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay, yep.
30 feet is very high.
I also should have advantage because she's prone.
Yes. So reroll that anyway.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Like,
And next up is Baru.
I'll get there one day.
he's making his way downtown.
I'm gonna try. Hey!
It's a hit.
It's still at level 1, but that's okay. It's 10 radiant damage, and now, I mean, she's prone anyways, but when she's no longer prone, people will have advantage.
Aelinor,
Well, unless-
she is now below you, prone, defenseless.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yep.
Oh!
She's fucking Link.
What would you What would you like me to roll first? The athletics jump down, or
Oh, just give me the attack first. You've got a soft-ish target to land on. That's a hit,
Yes.
and that is a kill. You just can land on her and just plunge, and because it's the kill, I
What
just
a
see like you
way.
land and almost use the momentum of the attack to roll down, mostly effortless.
Crunch.
Yeah, and then pull the blade out, and she's
I've had
just
some brutal kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Most sessions, Aelinor has brutal kills. I don't know if you've noticed that.
It's almost like she's an incredibly violent Viking.
Almost.
Almost.
Not quite, but almost.
Okay, with the stone giantess dead, her body, like her arm, like rolls to the side, and there's such a heavy, dense creature, it like makes a thumping noise. You now have the entrance to the giant's lair undefended from the front, anyway.
I'm gonna do a quick search of her, see if she's got anything on her.
She has like literally nothing on her. She's wearing
okay.
just
Potion
like
from the park
sheep
bag.
skin. And yeah, okay, just giant rocks that you have no use for that are over there, you know. It's actually kind of surprising how little the outside guardian has.
I'm gonna move to the very edge of the illusion and look back and just
Dark,
through the illusion.
just dark.
Can
Like,
I-
but beyond your dark
can't-
vision, dark.
Okay.
You can see the
Oh.
ground continues.
I'm just
But
gonna look back
nothing.
and say, it's real dark in there, even I can't see that much. But hey, nothing stabbed me. Or threw a rock at me.
That's good.
Damn. That's a good pod.
That was a good potion. Yeah.
I think I'm probably.
Less good, but that's okay.
I'm gonna take a pot.
I think that's what we're doing now is healing.
Yes.
Yes.
So.
Feel free.
And I am going to do some for
take
Tobias
it.
as well.
That's good enough. I'll keep it at that. Oh, we're doing this so we don't have to short rest yet.
Yeah.
Because I imagine we're going to have to.
You don't want
I
to
think
short
we're
rest
able to.
inside the lair of the giants is the thing.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well,
It's fine.
it would have been smarter to do a short rest now because now you're going to have to short rest inside the lair of giants. Actually, my
Oh,
logic
well.
is the reverse of what
I
you're
mean-
actually doing.
Can I take another one of the many health pots we have in the party pool just so I have 2 on me still?
No, Tobias won't let you open the back. Yeah, of course you can.
I'm also
I
going to
was
take.
more, I was more
one.
talking to the person who's got control.
I
of-
know. I just wanted the sass.
So you're both
Just a
taking one?
sassy lassie.
I think Tesh is going to take 2. I'm going to take 1.
No, I already have one.
Take
so
one to
Okay.
get 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, we have 4 in the party pool.
All right. It's plenty. That's fine. Can you make lanterns?
I'm just gonna pull
I
out.
can do dancing lights.
I was gonna pull out the firefly lanterns that we have as well.
They're not. They only give a 5-foot dim light. The firefly
Yeah.
lanterns.
But we also don't really want to be notifying people that we're here.
Yeah, that's like enough to walk via the darkness.
Yeah.
Just like the
They-
it's the same as the fairy fire. Actually, it's 5 foot, 5 foot, if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
They at
or
least
something
seem
like that.
confused by my lights before, so hopefully, if they see that, they'll be like, "The what?" But they won't know what it is if they
I
haven't.
feel like in a dark room, whether it's like
Small.
a firefly or a big light, they're going to see it regardless. We might as well give
Yeah.
ourselves more vision.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, you're right. All right.
One above everyone's heads and one a little bit ahead, just so we know what's coming.
And do you want to light a torch as well?
I think Tobias will light a torch and kind of sit at the back.
What's
with
your
Burruit directly
party
in front.
order as you go through the illusion?
I am taking Burruit and Tobias in the back. Tobias
Wow,
behind-
really? You alpha male back
specifically-
there.
Specifically because in case we get flanked. Because that was
Yeah.
suspiciously easy to get into this place. So having Tobias at the back is having one of our strong people at the back. I think Eleanor should be in the front. I think it should be Vieric next, and then Burruit, and then Tobias.
I'll light a
Eleanor,
torch as
Vieric,
well.
Brute, Tobias.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, you said Eleanor or Vieric? I thought Vieric was going to go further ahead.
No, he's sending
I've
one
got
light.
I've got a dancing light a little bit further
Ah,
ahead,
okay.
because I can already see pretty well in darkness. So if I have one further ahead, it gives me I can see
Yeah.
much
Okay.
further ahead.
Okay.
Otherwise.
You guys
Sounds
start
good.
walking through the illusion, and I said, it's dark. It seems that the illusion is stopping light from casting in. It seems like an unnatural continuation to the rocks and caverns nearby, done very long time ago. And it's not square chambers you're walking through, but it's very clearly been carved out with quite a lot of care to almost make it seem natural. It's this big 40 foot, in some places 60 foot wide chamber to move through where, 2 giants could walk through side by side. It's quiet here. Every single footfall you make echoes and actually leads you to believe that it's a much bigger area than usually you can tell. and the torchlight does lick the side of the stone so that you can see all the way through. And occasionally the torchlight captures artwork made by the giants. Quite beautiful artwork, actually. It's usually quite abstract or of giants in mountains and things like that. It's kind of exactly what you'd expect giant artwork to be. It's not very far in, several minutes of walking, when you see the chamber kind of open up some around you. But like it's still a straight road, but it almost like opens up to the side of you. And you all see two stone giants that are kind of like, one is sitting and one is standing, and they're kind of, you would say at guard, but clearly not. It's almost like they're waiting, and if this was like a fortress or something, maybe they'd be at guard, but they're just kind of standing. They can clearly see you. They're not really super acting a lot to like attack you yet.
Mm-hmm. Do we still have the giant coins?
No, you sold those.
No, we gave them to the black dragon dude.
Rivet, do you want to try to talk to these ones?
Oh, it went so well last time. Yes, sure. Burwood, kind of similarly to when we approached the ogres, Burwood's going to have his hand in his shield that's on his belt, but not appearing like he's necessarily at arms. And his hand is on his hilt for his longsword, but he's walking forward. And
they the one that's standing straight up crouches down. It seems to be a very old male. His beard is actually made of stone, and some parts are actually kind of like a moss that hang down. The other one is also a male, but seems a good deal younger. I mean, these are creatures that they're around about 18 feet. You notice now that stone giants are very lanky and long-featured giants. So they do have very strange... just not to mention you're looking up at a huge creature, but there's very strange proportions. It kind of crouches down, and its eyes slowly focus on you with fascination. And I remind you, they're by no means blocking the way.
Right.
They're kind of almost off to the side.
Broad is just going to approach courteously, and he'll give a slight bow, which is probably very strange to them, but is very clearly a gesture of deference to some extent. And he'll just say, "Hello. We have come because of the fire giants. Do you know where they are?"
Of course we do.
Would you be willing to direct us?
He kind of looks away and then looks back and says, "We're meant to stop you."
Why would you be wanting to stop us? Surely we're just going
creatures from outside are not to join the inside. The giants of fire have us maintain the networks, the entrances.
Do you serve them?
He gives a slow nod. Can you give me insight checks?
Ooh.
Just rolling poorly today. I'm also going to give Tobias one.
Oh my god.
Just bad.
The days Beer's got the
just
highest
sad.
insight.
Yeah, just sad. None of you really get anything from this. He kind of, at this point, does start picking up a large stone club, but by no means like swing at you. He's still
Broad is
crouched
actually
down
going
looking
to. Are there because there are rocks in this area, right? To some extent. Broad's going to point to one and say, "May I sit?" And Broad's going to take a seat and then turn to the other three and say, "Oh, may they sit as well?" I'm gonna gesture for you guys to all come and sit down, and I'm gonna pull out a ration, and I'm going to say, "Is it all right if I eat here?"
Eleanor, no.
You can do What you wish, but you cannot travel further into the mountain. Then we would have to stop you.
Well, I have no intention of going anywhere right this moment. I enjoy eating this little piece of jerky that I'm going to have, and then I will continue to discuss with you after that point. And Burrow takes a bite. And he eats slow, and he actually does eat the full little piece of jerky that he pulled off there.
Takes a long time because it's fucking tough, and then they got to chew.
Yep. By no means
the
rushing.
giant that you're kind of talking with will move into being more of a sitting position. You've never really noticed it before because of the way the light captures. Actually, in a lot of places along here, there's places for giants to sit.
Yeah.
But because your light is ground level, you just wouldn't be able to tell. And actually, above there is where the art is properly. You can kind of see glimpses of it now that you're kind of sitting and looking. The whole roof and the high walls is just coated in writing and artwork in giant.
And so Burrott's going to be admiring the artwork and say, "It's lovely artwork. Is it yours? Your people's, I mean."
It is ours, yes.
It's very intricate.
You speak our tongue. I assume you understand us.
I understand what you say, certainly. I try to understand your culture, though I haven't had the opportunity to meet too many giants yet. I am friend of the Planovar and of the Borovar.
Many would tell you that they are not giants. They are dreams, yes, but some would say they are not giants.
Well, they're the closest thing that I've met before you, really. So, I would like to learn more about you, about your people. If you'll give me the opportunity.
A persuasion check. While the
Burrott's
rest of the
actually
party
going to be
awkwardly
pulling out.
sits.
He's going to pull out his notebook as well, and a pen as well, just to really sell
Like
them.
the giant leans in with curiosity at a book filled with paper.
Yeah.
Very clearly, they do not write
It's a
on
20
paper.
total. Yes.
And he nods. You are writing stories. We are the writers and tellers of stories.
I would love to hear some. If you'll allow me to, of course. I understand that they are your stories and not ours, but stories nonetheless. Share
Stories that some giants would want us forget. There's kind of like the one behind him nods, and that's when you realize there's more than 2 giants here.
I kind of had a feeling.
You kind of look around, and maybe they weren't here before, but there's straight up a whole community of stone giants here.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just leaning so close to the rock and stuff that they are just, you cannot tell them apart. Something like, especially the ones that are sitting, the way they sit, it just kind of looks like a natural rock formation and stuff. But there's got to be at least 10.
Yeah. And I kind of had a feeling that there were more in the shadows, which is why I didn't just jump to anything. Burrow basically sits and says, stories that who would like you to forget?
Church of Ignis. And there's kind of a rumble, and the stone giants speak with a very bassy tone when they're up this close, and there's kind of a rumble of disapproval through all of them.
I would love to hear those stories.
Tell you of Magnonir, of the mighty past that we will never forget. But the church wants us to forget. Move on, they say. But we are not a people that move on. We are a people that stay in place. And there's kind of another rumble of agreement. And you figure you're probably speaking to, if not the leader, the elder at the very least.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And Burrow nods wholeheartedly at this and just says, my people, the mountain elves, they also stay in place. I understand that. It was my purpose to travel outwards, and that has taken a great toll on me. To move on from your people, to move on from your history, it withers you away.
They want to forget our grand kingdom build anew. That is what Ignis teaches. If you ask me, it is a betrayal of Magnonir, and there's a rumbling of agreement again and again and again. It is a betrayal of the old gods, and a rumbling again and again and again. It is a betrayal of Jarviskjir, and there's like a larger rumble, and there's like what is clearly prayer to this Jarviskjir.
Beric's just trying to overly like nod in agreement when they're all like, yeah.
Luckily, you agree, like you understand it now, Virik.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, when they're all rumbling, it really shakes the ground.
Yeah. Burrow feels that, and that almost to some extent feels like home to him, just because of the, being in the caverns with the other mountain elves, and having those kind of raucous roars stories. Those caves, they don't shake like this. It's giants, but it warms the heart. So Burrowitt's feeling akin to these people to some extent, and so he'll nod again and he'll say, well, it sounds to me like the Church of Ignis is not having the best interests of all the giants in mind.
No, very much no.
We do not stand for the Church of Ignis. They have attacked our people. They have aggressed against our people. They have deemed our people to be no longer necessary on this world. But I told you, we are a people who stay in place. We are a people who stand our ground. We do not go lightly. Nor do I assume you do. It is your place to stand ground.
We are stone, we are mountains, the time will not crumble, and there's another...
Would you stand with us against Ignis?
Persuasion check.
I just about did it on Tobias's sheet.
Yeah! You should... There's like a murmuring of should we work with the outsiders? Work with this. And the words they refer to you, it translates almost to outsiders, but not in the sense of someone outside your community. A better translation would be alien. You're getting you're very just so other, and there's this isn't an agreement, but it's very much not we're going to kill you for even suggesting it. You're getting them talking and questioning, and some people are very much like some people are like, oh, we can't trust the alien, the outsiders. The older one just sits back and doesn't say anything.
Brewitt is going to stand up very carefully and walk towards the elder, very clearly the elder at this point.
He just watches you walk closer and closer.
And Burrowitt doesn't look afraid at all. He looks very calm, very stoic. He's putting on the face that he usually puts on when he's dealing with diplomatic situations, and simply stands tall and says, my name is Burrowitt Benerin of the Mountain Elves. I would like to help your people get out from under the thumb of someone who clearly doesn't understand you, so that you can rise and remember your old kingdoms, to remember your history, to live that history through your people for generations to come. So my people can live with our history for generations to come.
I thought you were done.
No.
It was just an elvish pause.
Elvish pause, sorry.
Yep.
It's the same roll.
Yep.
Again, a big rumble, murmur, and it continues through a lot of them, and the elder just doesn't react really much at all. But you hear one say, what would 4 outsiders, 4 aliens have that could beat the might of a fire giant stronghold?
I'm actually going to pull out the giant ruby and show that we've been able
Can
to
you
do
give
it
me an
before.
intimidation check for this? This is not to intimidate them, but it is a big dick energy check.
Yes.
Essentially.
Oh!
There is a rumbling, and you hear them being like, "That's from a fire giant's sword. Yes, that is a gem of honing. I've defeated one. These 4 aliens have defeated giants." And what
I'd
the
like
elder
to point
nods.
out that actually Tobias here is the one who killed that giant on his own.
It's impossible. And the elder just finally cracks a smile. It's a very small, subtle one. Like, no. It is the will of Magnonir. And then there's a big rumble, and it's like, it is the will of Jarviskjir, the will of Calder, of Kuldas, of all but Ignis, who has betrayed us.
Tobias is actually going to step forward now as well and kind of bare his chest where the scars, the searing scars from the cannon are. And he'll just kind of lean forward and say, I don't like their siege weapons. I don't like who they are. Can we just go kill some fire giants now?
There's kind of an energy growing in them. Yes, we could. And even some prayer, and you see some of them get their weapons, and actually, not all of them have just clubs. Some of them have hefty shields made of stone, and like throwing spears that are basically just stalactites and things. And the elder will actually like put you on his palm and raise you. So yes, I am not foolish. The Church of Ignis run through here with a gem of great power in their hands, and you come for this. And you will leave with it. They will leave with that stone! And there's a rousing and people clashing their weapons together, which is just a horrible crunching noise.
Both Berwood and Tobias are doing the banging.
Yeah, and that's very much the...
Yeah. Yeah.
Virik will do the excited and then realize and go, oh!
And then some of the giants start moving out through the tunnel further in, and he puts you back down with the others, and he'll say, you will succeed. Magnonir has your path. We will distract the fire giants, and you will do your purpose here. Go!
Berwood gets
And
a
that's
nod.
when he
Turns
just
tail and orange, like,
strides over you, and just because of the bigger leg span and everything, these giants, they, like the 10 or so giants here, just sweep past you very quickly down the tunnel. It's quiet.
We should go.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna take a little break.
I had a very bad feeling that there were more than 2 there.